Whoever you are and wherever you are, let me send greetings and blessings. I hope you are well. My name is Dorothy Hunt, and I'm honored to have been asked to share a few poems with you today. If you have been able to take walks in nature during these days of sheltering in place, you no doubt have noticed the natural world does not seem particularly affected by the COVID-19 virus. This first poem seems to speak to that. It's called On a Country Road, the Poppies Bloom. On a country road the poppies bloom, in the grass between the tire tracks. No one told them they should move, or save their beauty for another time, or fear their life will end too soon. They simply grow wherever they are, and bloom when it's time, and die when it's time, and never think of asking why. On a country road the poppies bloom, in the grass between the tire tracks. No one told them they should move, or save their beauty for another time, or fear their life will end too soon. They simply grow wherever they are, and bloom when it's time, and die when it's time, and never think of asking why. So as you know, many things can go viral besides the virus that's causing a pandemic. This next poem is an example. I wrote it in a note to a woman I met at a conference whom I did not know. She shared that she had known a lot of pain in her life, and since she gave me her card, I felt moved to write her a few words of encouragement. But as I did, this next poem came spontaneously. I did not even keep a copy of the poem. Years later, I began to receive requests from various places in the world for permission to use this poem on websites, in books, in presentations. As you know, once things are on the internet, they can take on a mysterious life of their own. This poem is called Peace is This Moment Without Judgment. Do you think peace requires an end to war? Or tigers eating only vegetables? Does peace require an absence from your boss, your spouse, yourself? Do you think peace will come some other place than here, some other time than now, in some other heart than yours? Peace is this moment without judgment. That is all. This moment in the heart space where everything that is welcome. Peace is this moment without thinking that it should be some other way, that you should feel some other thing, that your life should unfold according to your plans. Peace is this moment without judgment. This moment in the heart space where everything that is welcome. Now, of course, some things are easier to welcome than others for our conditioned mind, right? But there is a dimension of our being that has no preference for what it welcomes. It welcomes birth and death, knowing that on another level there is no birth and no death. This poem is entitled A Vast Wardrobe. Look how this nakedness shows its vast wardrobe. Here it dresses as a rose. There it dresses as a car. Here the suit is mother. There the suit is daughter. Spirit does not inhabit these things. Nothingness does not climb in and out. The rose grows thorns and does not bloom in winter. The mother will one day sleep without waking, and her daughter will weep. This body is a tent, is the next poem. This body is a tent set up on desert sands where winds blow through and rustle coverings, but cannot be contained, no matter how the tent is made. Beautiful silks may fly in the breeze, or be drenched in desert sorrows. One day the tent will surely collapse, yet still the winds will never stop. So why do you grieve a piece of cloth when you could be the wind? This body is a tent set up on desert sands, where winds blow through and rustle coverings, but cannot be contained, no matter how the tent is made. Beautiful silks may fly in the breeze, or be drenched in desert sorrows. One day the tent will surely collapse, yet still the winds will never stop. So why do you grieve a piece of cloth when you could be the wind? But how do we meet birth? How do we meet death? How do we meet challenging moments? How do we meet each other? I hope from the heart we share, the heart that is love itself. This next poem relates to the love that we deeply are. Love is the reason, without reason, before reason, its own reason. Yet here you are, unborn, unconditionally loving what dies. Love is the reason, without reason, before reason, its own reason. Yet here you are, unborn, unconditionally loving what dies. And yet, we might ask, couldn't we, what can really be said about love? What can be said about love? Nothing really. We are either being love or we're talking about it. Talk is cheap. Love can't be bought. It is not about flowery words or the agony or ecstasy of emotion. It is not even about relationship or merging union with the divine. Where are there two? And yet, this wordless pull of connection, even when the mind wants no connection, what is that unsought warmth? That melting of resistance, the fire that makes even iron turn to liquid, or a caterpillar dissolve before wings emerge. Love's only true language is being. Demand love, and it will flee. Bargain with love, and you will lose. Eventually, you will rejoice in defeat. Love refuses all separation. Love moves, responds, touches, returns the unwanted pieces of your life back to wholeness. Its language is truth, and truth speaks love. But these are words, and not alive until your heart opens. Every moment, love is gently knocking from inside, longing to flow out. But we are busy looking elsewhere, searching in the marketplace of me's to fill the emptiness that is itself vast love. What can be said about love? Nothing really. These words fail. We are either being love or we're talking about it. Choose the former if you have a choice, for love alone transforms. Many, many minds are striving to arrive somewhere, efforting so much to be somewhere else than here. But I might ask, what if? What if there is no place to arrive? No nirvana apart from samsara. No heavenly chorus welcoming us home. No cheering bodhisattvas at graduation into the 2nd or 10th or 1000th level of reality. What if this breath is enough? This moment is enough. These tears of sorrow or joy are enough. What if tomorrow never comes? Because life is always now. What if we simply stopped? So perhaps we can simply stop right now and place everything on the altar of this moment. Place everything you can perceive, everything you can see, hear, smell, taste, or touch upon the altar of this moment and give thanks. It is over so soon, this expression, this single moment of your precious life, this one heart pounding itself open with fear or wild joy, this one breath rising in the cold winter air smoothly and gently, or coughing and sputtering. Bow while you can before this one taste of afternoon tea warming its way to your belly, or the fragrant orange exploding its sweet juice in your grateful mouth. You have to love the antics of your mind, imagining life should only be sweet. The bitter makes the sweet, and life is both. It is whole, like you, before you think yourself to pieces. Place this moment's pain and confusion on the altar, too, and give special thanks for such grace that wakes you up from sleeping through your life. Pain is greatly underrated as a pointer to unknowing, yet greatly overrated when taken as identity. Pain is greatly underrated as a pointer to unknowing, yet greatly overrated when taken as identity. In this one moment, your eyes meet mine, and there is a single looking. What is peering from behind our masks? Can it touch itself across the room? Place your palms together. Touch your holy skin. In another moment, it will shed itself. What will you be then? What were you before you had two hands? What are you now? You cannot capture that and place it on the altar of this moment. It is the altar, and this moment's infinite expressions, and the seeing, and its own devotion to itself. You are that. So the last poem I will share with you today is an invitation to go deeper, still deeper. The heart's mystery can neither be spoken nor thought, but can be touched in silence, where everything whispers its presence. The deeper and quieter the listening, the more silence reveals itself as source, unnameable, unspeakable, indescribable, yet so intimate now. What is always awake can sometimes appear to be asleep, until a bird song, a temple bell, a single moment reminds us of where we've always been. Here, time and timelessness, space and no space, you and other, presence and absence, collapse into a single flowing. Here, there is no fear, but no sense of safety. Here, there is no doubt, yet no one who is certain. Here, there are no distinctions, yet the uniqueness of each thing, each moment, each breath reveals the mystery. Listen. Listen beyond your listening. Be still beyond stillness. Let the moment arrive without interpretation. Let it return without grasping. You long to know the heart's mystery. The mystery moves your longing. Enough words. Let silence take you where the mind cannot go. Deeper, still deeper. So thank you so much for listening. Be well, and may love guide your steps through this challenging time. Namaste.